Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Urban Youth Academy here in Kansas City, where we've got a matchup between the Texas Rangers and your Kansas City Royals. On the mound to start for the Royals is number 19, Noah Brehm. On first base, we've got Aiden Johnson. Second base is numero uno, Cameron Washington. And then in that shortstop spot is Theo Fisher. Third base, the number here, looks like it's number 10, Noah Cluck. Got Titus Fisher over in right field. Number 13, Eric Billington in center. And we'll get the left fielder in just a second. And leading off for this Rangers team, number 29, as he fouls off the first pitch officially at 6:02 p.m. today, Thursday, August the 20th. It is warm and humid out here in Kansas City. Next pitch here from Billington. Gonna be fouled again. Sorry, from Noah Brehm. That left fielder is Britton Motley for the Royals. Strike. Sorry, no hit by the pitch is number 29 of the Rangers. And the Rangers, the away team, are coached by Juan Leonel Garcia, and the Royals coached by Dash Johnson. Ooh, back-to-back hit by pitches here from Noah Brehm, so it puts a man on first and second for the Rangers early in this first inning. Brings up number 27 for the Rangers. So with a man in scoring position and a man on first, Rangers look to apply to that with a run. He could get his man to third or even home. There's a big gap in the left center field. First pitch ball from Noah Brehm. Here is the 1-0 delivery. Deals just outside. Ball 2. No, called strike there. Along the outside edge. Here's next pitch from Brehm as he eyed down the man on second, number 29. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2 delivery to come from Brehm. Eyeing down second. Another little look there. Pitch just high. Ball 2. Counts even. With a man on first and second. Sorry, that was the fourth ball. So that second pitch did not come in for a strike. It was a 3-1 count after the man is walked. So bases loaded for the Rangers here. Maddox Johnson at the plate, number 41 for this Rangers team. He'll look in strike 1. Cleanup man for the Rangers looking to bring in a run here. No outs, bases loaded up on their fourth batter as he'll pop it up into foul territory and it'll land over the fence. 0-2 count. Kansas City looking to start with an out rather than a run scoring this bases loaded situation. Ball gets past the catcher. After the swing and a miss, it's a strikeout on Maddox Johnson. First of the day for Noah Brim in his 4th batter, and he'll bring up number 28 for the Rangers, Jeremiah Smith. Shares a name with a pretty good football player for Ohio State. As Brim's first delivery is low and outside for ball 1. Base is still loaded here with 1 away. Here's the 1-0. Just too high. So Smith with a 2-0 count. He leads in it with 1 away. Swing and a miss. He tried to get some contact on that, but completely missing the ball on the swing. 2-1 the count now with 1 away. Official temperature here in KC, 84 degrees. Feels like 91 with the humidity. As another strike is called. I'm sorry. Yes, another strike is called for the strikeout. Now it's going to bring up number 3 for the Rangers. There may have been 2 strikes in that count. Yeah, there were. It's a 2-2 count. It's even.
Hey, you're good. Protect you right here. You got it.
So Noah Brim, instead of a 2-out situation, it's a 2-2 count with 1 away. Base is still loaded. This time, ball doesn't lie, and it's going to be a swing and a miss for a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in the last 2 batters for Noah Brim. He's turning the tide and might escape, leaving all 3 runners on base. All the first 3 batters for the Rangers. Just outside, ball 1. So after hitting 2 batters by the pitches and then walking the last man, Noah Brim is gonna retire the side with no runs scored. No hits in that top half of the first frame for the Rangers. So we'll go into the bottom of the first. Even Steven, no runs apiece. back here at the Urban Youth Academy. Will Washington here on the call in this matchup between the Rangers and the Royals. Rangers in royal blue jerseys, red caps and belts with the white, plain white pants. Royals in their powder blue. Gonna swing on the first pitch, and it'll drop for a base hit. He's gonna go 2. Is he gonna get there? He slides in head first, and he will get a leadoff double. Britton Motley. What a way to lead off for this Royals team. After leaving all 3 men on base, those first 3 batters for the Rangers, and not allowing a run there. No hit. That is the first hit of the ball game. Britton Motley there, as Noah Brim on the mound for the Royals walked 3 batters, 2 of them hit by pitch, before he struck out the next 2 and was able to force a ground out at first to retire the side. Here's the first pitch. It's in the dirt. Bounces before it reaches home plate, and then the catcher was able to get it. So no advancement from Motley there. But at the plate for the Royals is number 24, J.P. Weber. Weber dealt the 1-0. It's a little popper. Not great contact, and it popped up just before third base. The third baseman ran onto it, made the catch for out number 1. So a man on second for the Royals here. As Aiden Johnson comes up to the plate for the Royals. Here's the first delivery. It's going to be grounded over to third. Oh, he missed the ball. Motley going to advance to third off of the error from the first baseman there. And Aiden Johnson gets to reach first safely. Designated hitter for the Royals now at the plate, Logan Latier. Takes a low and outside ball. Good eye from Latier. Next delivery coming from the Rangers pitcher. Low and outside. Ball 2. Latier not being fooled by the early low and outside pitches of the Rangers here. Good plate discipline from him. Man on the corners for the Royals. Nobody gone. It's a third straight ball here on Logan Latier. That's good for strike 1. Right down the pipe. The delivery from the Rangers pitcher number 2. Swing and a miss there. Now it's a full count. And the pitcher's brought it all the way back. Here's the full count pitch. Low, ball 3. Bases will load up as it's gonna bring up Eric Billington, center fielder for the Royals here. As they're faced with a bases loaded situation, only 1 away. Rangers had a bases loaded situation with no outs and proceeded to get all 3 outs after beginning their situation, bases loaded, with nobody gone. 1 away here for the Royals as Billington's going to swing and miss, even the count up at 1-1. Strike 2 called on Billington, 1 away. Outside, ball 2. Even the count now with 1 away. Going to be grounded over to second. Looking for the double play. They got it. And the Rangers retire the side. Able to leave a man on base as they achieved the double play there. So no run score through that first inning. But the Royals notched the first hit of the game. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy. We'll be back for the second inning right after this. Back here with baseball, brought to you by Action Unlimited as we head to the top of the second. Number 38 for the Rangers at the plate. Billington into that inning hot, had 2 strikeouts and then forced the ground out. Just to keep up that momentum as it's going to be popped into left center field. Left fielder under it to make the catch. For out number 1, Britton Motley, who started out at the bottom of the first with the first hit of the game. Harper on the plate for the Rangers. Good eye from him. So take ball 1 away. Net behind home plate. Nice pitch from Billington. It's going to be popped up and into the glove of Theo Fisher for out number 2.
Left fielder number 4, Rocky Turner.
Left fielder for the Rangers at the plate now, Rocky Turner. Billington with 2 away, looks to retire him. And Turner gonna bunt on the first pitch. Foul for strike 1. Next pitch, swing, and another tip into the glove of the catcher. 0-2 count. So Billington looking for, Noah Brim looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game. But the next pitch just too low for ball 1. Rocky Turner gonna foul it into the net once again. A little late to that swing. Inside, even count at 2-2 with 2 away. Nobody on base for the Rangers. So Turner gonna get himself on the base. But the second baseman for the Royals is gonna cut that short. Get over to his first baseman for the final out at the top of the second. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. We'll be back in just a few moments. At the Urban Youth Academy on Motley Family Field. Bottom of the second here, Theo Fisher leading off for the Royals. Got a nice play from shortstop to record the second out. In that top of the second, take ball 1 there. Now a 2-0 count. Another low pitch. Ball 3. So threatening a 4-pitch walk here is the Rangers pitcher on Theo Fisher. But we'll put that on a pause as he ends that ball streak there. Here's the pitch in the middle area of the the zone, just a bit low in that zone. As he forces a swing and a tip from Theo Fisher to bring us to a full count now on the leadoff man in for the Royals here in the bottom of the second. Fisher going to keep it alive.
Win it two, win it two.
Fisher just needing to time his hit right. It's just a little late. Hesitated there, and
Good pitch, good pitch.
he's going to regret that. As there'll be a strikeout looking from the pitcher for the Rangers in number 2. Now the older brother, younger brother, Titus Fisher, at the plate. Ball 1. Seeing an outside strike 1 now. So an even 1-1 count with 1 away. Outside. Strike 2. So he finds himself down. Titus Fisher. 1-2 pitch with 1 away. Oh, 3 outside pitches, all breaking balls, and all called for a strike on the slider there. Pitch with 1 away. Noah Cluck now on the plate. 9 outside, ball 1. 2 away here. So the Royals down to their final out of this bottom of the second. Swing and a miss from Cluck. 1-1 count, all even. Strike 2 now, and the Royals in both of these innings sort of followed the Rangers. Bases loaded in the top of the first, left 3 men on base, and bases loaded in the bottom of the first, and there was a double play there. This time, strikeout on Noah Cluck to retire the side. So we'll head to the top of the third here at the Urban Youth Academy on Motley Family Field. We're watching some baseball. We'll be back. Brought to you by Action Unlimited. himself down 0-2 now on the count. Pitch, it's going to be popped into left center, and under it to make the catch is Britton Motley. Diego Rios at the plate now. Diego Reyes, apologies. Leadoff man for this Rangers side. He was hit by a pitch in his first debut. Plate appearance, rather. As he'll foul off the first pitch. 0-1 the count with one away. Here's the next pitch from Brim. Foul behind home plate once again. 0-2 count here. Diego Reyes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's the third of the game for Noah Brim here. Third inning. Good pitch in there for strike one. Bit of a delayed call from the ump. And count with 2 away, bases empty for the Rangers. But that's a beautiful hit. It just drags down the third base line. He's going to go 2. Throw from Motley over to third. And he'll hold up at second. So it's a 2-out double for number 16 of the Rangers. Call time here. .27 for the Rangers at the plate. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch. Oh, and a high throw from the catcher. 16 going to slide in the third head first, and he'll be safe. It's an error from the catcher on that throw back to the pitcher. So now the man for the Rangers deeper in scoring position at third, 2 away though. So got to be a good hit from 27. He tries to play it smart. Didn't swing, but it's called a strike. On that outside edge, it's 1-2 the count with 2 away. Finds himself behind the batter for the Rangers. And next pitch from Brim, just too far outside. Two fouled off. It'll stay in the same count. For Darrensburg over at third, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop for the Royals. And it'll retire the side. take us to the bottom of the third here at Motley Family Field. We'll be back for the bottom of the third after this short break. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back here at Motley Family Field, and a new pitcher for the Rangers, Christopher Pinson, as he delivered ball one on his first pitch. Swing and a miss from Braden Bolden. Evens the count at 1-1. Going to be fouled for strike two. Pitch from Pinson, breaking ball and fouled off once again by Braden Bolden. No score still, as Bolden going to be called for the strikeout looking. Bring on. Closing hitter, Cameron Washington for the Royals. First pitch from Pinson, high for ball one. Fouled by Washington. 1-1 count with one away. into the dirt. Ball 2 now. So Washington ahead in the count. Pinson on the mound. Maddox Johnson in that catcher spot for the Rangers. Another high ball. Got decent speed on that fastball, but just not enough control. It's ball 3 in the count. 3-1 is the count. It's popped up on the next pitch by Cameron Washington, and it looks like it will be out of play. So, brings us to a full count now. Nobody on base, 1 gone. Cameron Washington. Pressure is on him to try and get a hit. Break the silence in this game. Get some momentum for the Royals to get the first score of the game. He's going to smack it into the gap. He's going to drop center fielder to retrieve the ball with his non-glove hand. His throwing hand. Let's use mid-air to retrieve it. Leadoff man Britton Motley at the plate now, playing left fielder for the Royals in this game. Swung through it, Britton Motley, strike 1.
It's the best day with school. Where's Gray?
It's good for Vincent, high and inside. Ball 2 now. Sorry, ball 1. Count, ball away. The man on first, it's Cameron Washington for the Royals. Here's 1-1. Delivery from Pinson. Up, foul. There's a 1-2 for Pinson. Washington will go. It's a fake throw from catcher Maddox Johnson of the Rangers.
Hey, good pitch. Get him right here, son.
Washington's going to slide safely to second. They'll allow the stolen base. Gets himself in a scoring position. It's a even 2-2 count here. Leads off man Britton Motley.
Remember when you don't have any feet?
It's a strikeout looking. Pinson is. It's a common theme already here for the Rangers. Able to catch the Royals out with looking K's. The Royals try to stay disciplined and force a full count. Either tied or down in the count. They choose not to swing and it just lands inside the zone. 2 away now for the Royals. J.P. Weber, their last chance of keeping this inning alive. See ball 1 come in, low and inside.
Nothing new, lock in.
Powder blue uniforms with the royal blue socks. As you can see from J.P. Weber.
Yeah.
The Royals are dressed in. Look in strike 1. So it evens up the count. 1-1. 2 away. 2.
One more.
Miss.
Come on, Tom Peter, you got this.
Sorry, it was the 1-1. It's now a 1-2 count with 2 away. Ken Washington still on second. Shot on his feet. JP Weber tried to check his swing. And that'll be swung through, and that's the final out. So 2 strikeouts in the first inning of Christopher Pinson. Leaving outing as the pitcher. We'll take a short break as we're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Transition into the top of the 4th here, as I'm now joined by the man who makes the broadcasting here at the Urban Youth Academy possible, D. Jackson. Welcome in to the booth.
Oh, nice hit. There you go, 4-1.
Popped up for first out to glove of the center fielder. So we're having difficulties getting Mr. D on here for the color.
You don't know who's that.
So, Will, as I was saying,
Yeah.
always good to be here. You know,
Yes,
we got
sir.
a lot of moving parts to get this production going. And so this unity of these 2 teams from the Urban Youth Academies, one coming from Arlington, the other coming from here in Kansas City. Goodwill in baseball. Always a pleasure to have this type of atmosphere here in Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. Good youth baseball to end the summer as they look for the double play, and they're able to get it. Great play from the Royals there.
Absolutely. And when you talk about second baseman turning that double play, you're always kind of cognizant of that man coming in on you with that tough slide. But a great job by the Royals to turn that double play. And not only up the middle, but a great pick over at first base to dig him out. And every pitcher, every middle infielder loves it when you've got a first baseman that can pick you up. I've had a couple in my career that have saved me a couple of times, so kudos to them.
This could bring the momentum the Royals' way as they look to retire the side, as it's an early 2-out situation here. And they look to break this deadlock as it's popped foul, and it's going to land into the softball field. So at the plate for the Rangers, Paja Holt, he's going to ground it over to short. Oh, and Theo Fisher tried to contort the body to make that throw over to first, but slips just past second base.
Yeah, real tough play by Fisher. We've seen him make a lot of athletic plays over the summer, and, there's a guy who really eats it up over at shortstop. But, this turf still is relatively new. They brought this turf out at the beginning of the season, and a lot of times it kind of takes you a while to kind of settle, and there's still little slick spots out there. But nonetheless, Fisher's a great fielding shortstop, and so we'll just put that one behind him.
Yes, the Fisher brothers attending Liberty North High School, my alma mater, and I am familiar with that family. It's good to see them represent this Royals team in the high school division as swing through from Sherrod Brooks as Paja Holt has himself on first. He may look to steal here. 1-1 count with 2 away. Brim gonna force the swing and a miss from Sherrod Brooks. Quickly a 1-2 count with 2 away. And the Royals able to clean up after the unlucky mistake from Theo Fisher. Brim gonna get the strikeout to end the top of the 4th here. And we'll take it to the bottom of the 4th frame. You're watching baseball action here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. We'll be back in just a moment.
Saludos, Juan Bro. Aquí estamos, hermano, apoyando este hermano.
Back here, Motley Family Field. Aiden Johnson at the plate. Pinson, who was able to notch 2 strikeouts in that first inning. He pitched nearly a beautiful placed hit from Aiden Johnson, but it just sliced foul. As Pinson has those 2 strikeouts. D, how do you think he'll fare with that momentum of the 2 strikeouts in that first inning of play?
Well, what I noticed from both of these pitchers is when you see a ball game going this fast and the pace of it all, it shows that they're getting ahead of a lot of the batters, and that builds a lot of confidence for these pitchers. And when you're out there on the mound, that's what it takes for a pitcher to be successful, to have that confidence.
But a base hit here for Aiden Johnson. He turns 2. He's caught up, and he's going to be tagged out. Never really looked like he was going to make it to second in time.
Yeah, one of those instances where you can be a little bit overly aggressive, and at this point in the ball game, we're halfway there. You're trying to make something happen, and sometimes you push the envelope a little bit and just coming up a little bit greedy coming out of the box. But hey, you got to give him a lot of credit for hustling, thinking that he can make it into a double, but you got to be smart on the base pass.
Now Logan Latier going to ground it on the first pitch into the glove of the shortstop, and it gets past the first baseman, so the throw just not there.
Yeah, an instance where he's coming toward his left and really couldn't get his feet set underneath him. And you saw him come sidearm and never really was able to turn his body and point toward the target. And that's something that you always want to do as a young player. Make sure that your feet are set, your shoulder turns towards your target, but not a lot of time right there. But I think he rushed it a little bit more than he had to.
So now, man on first for the Royals. And at the plate, for the boys in the powder blue, is going to be Eric Billington. So Latier standing on first. Latier going to foul it.
Will, I don't know what you think about the powder blue unis, but, man, I love them, man. I think it's the great throwback to, those Royals teams from the 70s, 80s, and the early 90s, too, before they changed to the road grays. So the powder blues are always a big thing in Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. Don't see a number 5, but surely soon that Royals number 13 number might be retired by Salvi Perez.
Yeah, no question about it. A solid member of this organization since day one. And, you look at all the things that Salvi's done on and off the field. He really has become the face of the Royals over the last 10, 15 years, and he has been a tremendous asset to this organization.
Swing and miss there from Eric Billington. Latier still standing on first. As you mentioned, Pinson once again finding himself ahead in this count. It's a 1-2 count with nobody gone. And Latier slides back safely at first. Another ball there, so it evens us up at two balls and 2 strikes again. Billington still at the plate.
Royals have been aggressive since the opening pitch when Motley turned that bloop in the right field into a double, and I think everybody has just been contagious about there. They've been free swinging, they've been running the bases aggressively, and they want to put on a great showing here in front of the visitors from Texas.
Oh yeah.
And it really is cool that these guys can travel. That's a big deal. When you get an opportunity to, these two are the premier urban youth academies within the system. The Texas one and the Kansas City one, people just rave about these two institutions. And, Dash Johnson has been a part of both of those, and we're going to hear from him later on this week about how successful both of these programs have been, and he's seen it from so many different angles.
He's trying to get the good angle here, as trying to turn Latier into a possible scoring position or even third base situation here in the bottom of the 4th as the Royals try to break this deadlock. Notch the first run of the game. Theo Fisher going to swing and miss at the 1-0, so it evens the count up 2 away. Fisher on the ground, and it just drops under the arm of the third baseman.
Great piece of hitting there by Fisher, who just kind of stayed within himself and just gets enough of this one to scoot past the third baseman. And like the old Royals used to say, just keep the line moving. And that's all it matters. Just keep that line moving. The Fishers just keep on pushing things through. And here's another Fisher.
Yes, sir. The older brother Titus at the plate now. Man on first and second, so the Royals with the man in scoring position with 2 away. Titus always knew that ball was going to get past him. For a ball, he backed up before it got past the catcher, so both runners will advance. Latier to third and Theo Fisher to second. Titus back in the box. 1-0 count on Fisher. The pitch from Pinson. Grounded over to second. And he's going to notch the final out. And leave 2 men on base for the Royals. So still no score as we head to the top of the 5th here at the Urban Youth Academy. Back here at the Urban Youth Academy. Noah Brim still on the mound for the Royals. First pitch smacked into left, and it's gone. First pitch, left field solo shot for Dominic Harper, and the Rangers find themselves on the scoreboard on the first pitch in the top of the 5th frame.
That ball just seemed to carry a lot. I mean, you looked at that, and it didn't really sound like it was going to get out of here, and that is one of maybe, I don't know, 4 baseballs I've ever seen hit out of here. This is a very big ballpark, 330 down the lines, and the power alleys are of major league dimensions, 400 to center field. So when you get a hold of one here, you've really impressed yourself, and I think he surprised himself. I don't think he thought that that one got out, but nonetheless, kudos to him. It is no cheap feat to hit a home run here at Motley Family Field.
Good contact from Harper there. As the next ball is popped up, and it's caught for the flyout. Shortstop was able to get under it. So Rocky Turner retired as Theo Fisher able to get that flyout, run over from the shortstop position. Now at the plate is Christopher Pinson, the reliever pitcher in this ball game.
You got to love it when a guy's been on the hill and he comes up to plate and hits. You know, you get the courtesy runners and the pinch hitters for the pitchers, or you know, everybody's turning into a PO these days. But let's not forget about those athletes, those guys who just want to be out there all the time. You know, guys who want to throw 7 innings and come up and swing for the fences.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. Players like him have really just inspired this young generation to want to not only pitch, but be able to hit and possibly save their team in those big situations.
Now, Will, when you were coming up, who was the guy you used to watch?
I was like Lorenzo Cain.
Oh, yeah. Good pick. Number 6.
Yeah.
Big strikeout there, though. Congratulations. That was a nice pitch. Just got a piece of that outside corner. You know, Lorenzo Cain was probably one of the nicest Royals that was a part of that era. Always would come up and talk to you and ask you how your family was doing. And, you know, that was just a great group of guys. That 14 and 15 year where they went to the World Series those 2 years. Lorenzo Cain making a big push for the Royals to be successful that year.
Oh, yeah. We had one of those guys commentating with us during the RBI regional tournament, Christian Cologne.
Yeah, good guy, Christian Cologne, one of my favorite Royals. I tell him all the time, every time I see him, Christian Cologne is in my top 5 of all-time Royals.
And the grounder is going to go. Miscommunication, the center fielder going to drop down to retrieve that rolling ball, and it's a base hit for the Rangers. Once again, Diego Reyes this time. So 2 away. The Rangers broke the deadlock with a solo shot home run from Dominic Harper.
This is the first of 3 games that these two teams will play. We're going to be back here Friday evening and Saturday morning.
So that first pitch is going to be popped into center field, and the Royals able to notch the final out. So they'll stop the bleeding at 1 run as they retire it, take it to the bottom of the 5th, looking to get this back to level ground as they find themselves down 1-0 headed into this bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Next pitch going to be a ball. Swing and a miss on the, it's like a changeup there. 1-2 is the count. If that breaking ball open, Cluck's going to foul it. Just past the bullpen on the third base side of this field. 1-2 count. In the dirt. Ball 2, even count with nobody gone. Popped into left. And the left fielder for the Rangers gonna make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. Braden Bolden at the plate now for the Royals. Strike 1 comes in on Bolden.
You see Pinson not afraid to start off with that breaking pitch. That shows he's got a lot of confidence in it.
Good power on that swing.
Yeah, these Royals not fooled by that breaking pitch either. Just getting a little bit out in front, getting that barrel out just a little early.
See if he can Time it just right this time. Oh, it's left just a little bit low for ball one. Even count it one apiece. Outside.
And when you get in these situations, those are not bad pitches. He wants to try to get these batters to chase something on the outside. They're not biting at all.
Tip to the glove for out number, for the K, and out number 2 in this bottom of the 5th. He's going to bring up Cameron Washington. Had a chance himself to make it home.
And Pinson's had that confidence since the beginning of the game, but it's amazing what will happen once you get some insurance on the board. That home run can really change the momentum and the outcome of how this game plays out. But you see Pinson ready to work in there and in a zone, just continuing to pound the strike zone and going straight after these batters.
Yeah, I mean, the quick transition from when that ball hits the catcher's glove to Pinson's next pitch is at most 20 seconds, likely 15, and from the change to one pitch to the next, this one may not even have been 10 seconds. I mean,
and he's still working great around the plate. He's still finding his spots, hitting his zone, and staying very focused. And, you know, that's very impressive at this point in the game when you're going 5-6 innings, and he's still going to that breaking pitch, which has been his bread and butter so far.
Very good control here as his day goes on. You see a lot of younger pitchers losing their control as the game goes on, but another strikeout looking as they'll retire the side, take us to the top of the 6th. As we see the replay here. Just another great pitch from Pinson. Back here in Kansas City on Motley Family Field, and a new pitcher for the Royals, Christian Ewing on the mound. He's a pitcher and catcher for this Royals team. So Noah Brim's day is done as he was able to get 5 strikeouts in his outing. first pitch from Ewing popped foul into the Royals bullpen. Where they've got another man warming up, Jacob Cluck.
Royals still in this ball game, trailing by 1. So defense is going to be at a premium. Wouldn't be surprised to see some small ball over the last third of this game. Rangers beating you with the big fly. You know, Royals probably could turn to their speed, and we'll see some bunts, some base stealing. You know, like Motley, like we saw Motley running out of the box. But then you kind of wonder how some of these over-aggressions during this game could come back to haunt you. So you got to be smart as well.
Yeah, the Royals definitely very aggressive in those early innings, and it did cost them as they had the bases loaded situation with 2 outs and just really couldn't keep that momentum up off of those hits. As it's going to be popped up, and good run back from Theo Fisher to make the grab.
Great job by Fisher to get his feet around the ball. You know, so many times people just take a shot, a bad angle, but he did an excellent job of making like a little, almost like the little banana that you make at first base when you're rounding first base. He did a great job of rounding and making that banana at shortstop to find his spot to catch the ball.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Yo, 1.
That'll get your attention.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like the old days when you saw Randy Johnson in the All-Star game. He'd come out there and throw behind those batters and get them all fired up. And John Kruk and guys like, was it Dante Bichette or Larry Walker, one of those guys, they flip their helmet over the other way with the other ear flap and get in the other box saying, oh, we don't want any part of this guy.
Another ball from Ewing as it's made the count 2-1 with 1 away. On Maddox Johnson. Next pitch from Ewing. Once again, low.
I'm going to take a second to welcome in all of our friends in the Dallas area who are tuning in to our broadcast this weekend. I want to say thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe here for the latest on this series of great baseball from the Urban Youth Academy here in Kansas City.
So full count with 1 away. Rating 3-2-1, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Very late reaction there from Maddox Johnson as Ewing is able to notch a strikeout on his second batter.
Yeah, Johnson just got handcuffed on that one. After it blew by him, he knew he made the wrong choice not to swing at that one. He says, man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Oh, yeah. So now, as you were saying, the defense of the Royals turning the tide as, spoke too soon. Called the commentator's curse as the ball got by the first baseman there. So the Rangers now will have a man on first with 2 away.
We're seeing those shadows start to drift over toward right field, and the sun in the eyes of the first baseman, the right fielder, second baseman. They've got the shades on, but it's that peak time of day where it looks great on camera. Beautiful sunset here in Kansas City, but it is merciless for those guys on defense on the right side of the infield.
For sure, and Ewing going to displace that ball inside. 1-0 count with 2 away. Yeah, completely agree with what you were saying there. I mean, it was the same way for soccer just this past weekend for me. I mean, it was looking good. We had a 7 p.m. kickoff, but at the start of that game, if you're playing on the left side, you had to look into the sun if the ball was on the other side of the pitch. And, I mean, when that sun gets in your eyes and that ball goes in the air, it's hard to track that ball down.
No question.
Attempt on the pickoff there from Christian Ewing. The man for the Rangers was able to get back safely. Jeremiah Smith. As Paja Holt watches that ball sail. So a pass ball from Christian Ewing allows Jeremiah Smith to advance to second.
And Ewing pats himself on the chest to say, my bad, taking responsibility for that one. But the Rangers with the runner in scoring position because of it.
2-1 the count as the second baseman shuffled to the left, and that may have been the first mistake he made as the ground ball went straight to the area he shifted away from. And another run will score for the Rangers. It's Maddox Johnson. So an RBI for Paja Holt, RBI ace for the young man.
Yeah, typically the ball stays down on this infield, but just getting a little tripped up there.
Now at the plate, Marlon Harris. Another small ball type lefty for the Rangers. Surely one of their speed players. 0-1 count with 2 away. And Ewing going to step off the mound.
Aside from this sun, Will, I can't think of a more perfect day for baseball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, out of the glove of Cameron Washington. The throw home, and the catcher, he lost the ball. Warner's going to stay. Marlon Harris is going to stay at first. And Paja Holt thought about advancing on home, but once the catcher was able to retrieve the ball, pitcher ran down to cover home, and Holt stayed honest at third. So 2 away, 2-run lead for the Rangers. And at the plate is Diego Reyes. Apologies, Dominic Harper. As man, Marlon Harris going to advance to second off the stolen base. Just too much speed for this Royals team to really handle, as they are already trying to bounce back from this 2-zip lead by taking us to the bottom of the 6th. They need that one out, and now there are 2 men in scoring position for the Rangers, with Dominic Harper at the base, who opened the scoring with that solo shot home run in the top of the 5th. Looks like an intentional walk here.
So that'll load the bases up here, and there'll be a force at any out for the Royals.
Rocky Turner back at the plate.
Turner matching his bat and his shoes. Talk about styling.
Looks like a Miami green and pink. The dive home, and he's safe. Paja Holt is.
Now, I think I would have liked to have seen him flip that ball to the pitcher. I think he had plenty of time in order to get that ball to the pitcher, but chose to hustle in there and try to do it himself, and I think that may have cost the Royals a run.
So now the lead is extended to 3-0 for the Rangers. 1 in that top of the 5th, 2 now in the top of the 6th as Holt advanced, along with both the other runners. smack rang into right field, but able to get under it was Titus Fisher for the final out of that top of the 5th. So the Royals head into the dugout, talk it over with their manager, Dash Johnson, to see how they can make an effort to come back in this game. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back here at Motley Family Field, and the lights have come on here as the sun begins to set here in Kansas City. Pinson on the mound. He's been the light for the Rangers in this ball game. He's got over 6 strikeouts in this ball game. And he's only been in since the top of the bottom of the 3rd. Plate. Royals leadoff man, Britton Motley. He led this game off with a double way back in the bottom of the 1st. Something I do not see often in baseball is a mouthpiece Britton Motley decides to wear. Extra protection though. Nothing wrong with it.
Little grinder. You talk about Motley Family Field here. He is a part of that lineage of the Motley family, who have done such a tremendous job of preserving and continuing the legacy of great baseball here in Kansas City. Everyone, if you know anything about baseball within the inner city, of course it all starts with Don Motley and his brother Bob Motley, who was a great umpire in the Negro Leagues, and Don's son Leonard Motley, and Don managed the great Milgrams teams in the Van Johnson League. Leonard's son, Britton, is here. I got a chance to chat with him a little earlier today. Britton Motley grew up with my brother and played with him, and now his son is out here. So that Motley family tradition just boils over here when you talk about inner city baseball in Kansas City.
Beautiful story all around. And certainly so much history, especially in the Negro Leagues, as we are honored, and just really Kansas City, no better city to have the Negro Leagues Museum, as it just resembles so much history in baseball.
Absolutely, and Bob Kendrick, the president of the Negro Leagues Museum, does a tremendous job of preserving the history.
And I had the opportunity this spring to interview Bob Kendrick through my sports broadcasting class with none other than Harold Kuntz at 41 Action News here in Kansas City. He was my professor, and so much experience that I got to learn from Mr. Harold Kuntz. Great guy.
Absolutely. Been knowing Harold ever since he hit the door here in Kansas City, or hit the floor. As soon as he stepped off the plane, I was one of the first people that had a chance to meet Harold Kuntz.
Apologies, he works for Fox 4 News as the sports man over there. Beautiful hit there. Motley will score. Latier gonna head to 3rd. So Aiden Johnson drives in Britton Motley and gets his man Latier, that is Logan Latier, to advance over to third from first. Pinson going to get a mound visit. And likely a substitution to come here for the Rangers, as Dash Johnson gets his players both on base and who will be at the bat to hit, along with his first base coach over on that third base line.
And this was the perfect time for the Royals to really kind of crank those bats up, you know, kind of lay out and find their prey, if you will. They're kind of like sitting in the bushes ready to jump out here. We talked about them playing a little small ball, but the bottom line is they are staying aggressive at the plate and on the bases. And this is a perfect opportunity. You get 2 men on base here, trailing by 1, and this is a chance you can really break the game open.
Oh yeah, and the Royals have it all to play for now. Nobody gone and 2 on, both in scoring position for the Royals. Logan Latier at the plate. Pinson will stay on the mound. Rangers trust him to finish this game out. That reason is why, after giving up the RBI single there, and then another run to make this game 3-2, Pinson delivers strike 1 and a swing and a miss. So with no one gone, quickly Latier is down 0-2 in the count. No balls, 2 strikes in the count, with the outs empty. Pinson looking to get 1 of 3, but instead he'll deliver the first ball of the count, 1-2, with nobody gone. Pinson's next pitch, just high. Counts even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 from Pinson. Gonna be grounded. Pinson, it rolls over to the first baseman. A run will score for the Royals. So J.P. Weber brings himself in, a man on third now. That man is Aiden Johnson. At the plate for the Royals, Eric Billington. So the Royals tied this game up 3-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be a bunt. Oh, the throw from Pinson gets past the catcher. The bunt works for Billington. And Aiden Johnson, the lead-taking run, makes this game 3-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Royals take the lead late in this game, and Theo Fisher now, with the man on first. Has a chance to extend this lead even more. He's going to pop up the first pitch. It might stay in play. First baseman under it, makes the catch for out number 2. Now it's going to bring up the older brother, Titus Fisher. Time will be called. Dash Johnson. Gonna high five his batter before he steps up to the plate and just wants to instill some confidence and a game plan for him. Best possible play would probably be a pulling swing. That would be down the first baseline. The runner will go, slide safe. So he gets himself in scoring position. The count. Two away. Pinson delivers strike one now, so it's even 1-1. Next pitch from Pinson. Just late on the swing was Fisher. 1-2 now. 4-3 ball game. Royals with the lead. Fisher at the plate. Man on second. In the dirt. The throw over to third. Not in time. So Billington will advance to third. And even better scoring position for the Royals here. One-two count here on Titus Fisher. As 2 away. The Royals try to extend this lead by 2 runs. It's going to be grounded over to short. The throw in time. So the lead will stay just 1 as we head to the top of the 7th. Royals were able to take the lead in this ball game, 4-3, and we'll head to the top of the 7th as the Royals turn this game around. You're watching Royals baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy at Motley Family Field, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back here with Christian Ewing on the mound. First pitch popped up, shallow center, and he'll make the catch. Eric Billington.
What team did you come play? This? He's right there. Okay. That's my boy. That's my boy. Thank you. He's 16. Yeah. My nephew plays this year. Yeah.
First pitch from Ewing, low for ball 1. Good eye from the Rangers batter. Jacob Coleman Good eye once again. Makes it ball 2 with 1 away. Inside. High, ball 3 now. 4-pitch walk looming from Christian Ewing. Can we come back in the count? Let's find out. 3-0 pitch here from Christian Ewing. It's delivered along that outside edge for strike 1. So he breaks the 3-ball streak. Ooh. The next pitch going to hit the quad of Jacob Coleman. So he'll take his base at first. And it's going to bring up the next man, Arthur Derensberg, for the Rangers. Dansbury at the plate. And on first for the Rangers. Pitch from Ewing. Runner will go for the Rangers. He's going to slide in time. Diego Reyes, and so he's safe at second. Successful stolen base for him. Derensberg slides back, and it's going to be ball 2. 2-0 count here on Derensberg from Christian Ewing. Ewing definitely slowed down with his momentum. Tried the breaking ball, and it goes for strike 1. 2-1 the count. With 1 away. 3-3 ball game. Unofficially had some scoreboard issues, and we figured it out, but unsure if the Royals scored 3 or 4 in that 6th frame. A strikeout, or sorry, strike 2 comes in on Derensberg. 2-2 the count. Standing on second is Diego Reyes. Here's the 2-2 pitch, popped foul, and out of play. Pitch from Ewing. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Derensberg looking up to the sky, frustrated with himself. And so now brings up Braylon Hubbard for the Rangers. Ooh. Way behind Hubbard. Ewing just lost control of the ball. It's almost like it slipped out his hand on the throw, so 1-0 count. Pitch once again inside. Two-0 count. One away, two away here on the Rangers. So the Rangers down to their last out. This top of the 7th. The tie ball game 3-3. Popped up. First baseman under it, but it's going to land out of play. And it's going to keep the inning alive for the Rangers. 2-1 count. Ewing now setting up for the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, slider, no, it's not good. For strike 2, so a 3-1 count with 2 away. Man in scoring position on second for the Rangers. Swing and a miss, strike 2 now on Braylon Hubbard. Pitch, and Hubbard's gonna run over to first. Reyes gonna sprint over to third. So men on the corners now for the Rangers with 2 away. Hubbard will run and advance to second. Bolden lost the ball under his feet after the pitch from Ewing. So here's the next pitch from Ewing to Johnson. And it's fouled. Bolden was not able to retrieve that ball. Though if he had it in his glove, it would have been a strikeout. And the Royals would be jogging to the dugout. Strikeout. And the Royals would be jogging to the dugout to hit in the bottom of the 7th. This time it's a pass ball, and he dives again instead of tossing it to Ewing. And the Rangers will score and retake the lead. If Bolden trusts his teammate Ewing there, I mean, Ewing is sprinting down to home. All he's got to do is toss it. And surely Ewing's going to make the play. As that next pitch is fouled above and behind us in the booth. Next pitch, it's hooked, foul from Johnson. So 4-3 advantage with a full count here on Maddox Johnson, Braylon Hubbard. He's on third. Full count pitch. He's over the catcher for a walk. So Dash Johnson gonna likely make a change here. 4-3, runners in the corners for the Rangers. And it looks like Christian Ewing's day may be done here. Jacob Cluck. Yes, Jacob Cluck's going to come on and try and close this game out for the Royals. It was a good start. That 5th inning for the Royals. Pitcher Christian Ewing, but unable to prevent the Rangers from really scoring more runs, as they were able to notch 2 in that 6th inning, and then the 1 here in the top of the 7th. Cluck packing some heat on these warm-up pitches as he looks to close this game out. All he needs is the 1 out. And as Jacob Cluck warms up, we'll take a short break here. As you're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back here, Jacob Cluck on the mound for the Royals. End it. Oh, first pitch is just high and out of the glove of Bolden. He couldn't track it down, and Braylon Hubbard scores, so the Rangers extend the lead to 2 now. So an early mistake from the catcher, though the pitch did lead him astray there. First pitch, a ball on Jeremiah Smith. So man on second for the Rangers as Braylon Hubbard was cleared to home. 5-3 ball game here. In the top of the 7th. It should be this final frame pending extras here. Jeremiah Smith steps back into the plate, leading in the count 2-0. Jacob Cluck on his second batter. Sorry, his first batter. We'll take a heater from Cluck. Strike 1 in the count. 2-1 with 2 away. 5-3 ball game. It was a 3-1 count. He's going to walk Jeremiah Smith. Bring up Paja Holt. Has an RBI in this ball game. He had it in that top of the 6th frame. That was when the Rangers thought they were extending their lead. At that moment they did, extended it to 3-0, and then the Royals came back and bit them with 3 runs of their own to tie the ball game up. Now the Rangers find themselves back in front 5-3. Top of the 7th, the man on first and second with 2 away. Braylon Hubbard on first. Jaden LaCour Lloyd on second as a courtesy runner. Paja hold at the plate. 0-2 count, so he's behind. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it retires the side. And the Royals have their chance to either tie, take us to extras, or take the lead and walk this game off. Their final chance after this short break. You're watching baseball here at the Urban Youth Academy on Motley Family Field, brought to you by Action Unlimited. Back here in KC, Pinson, his day is now done for the Rangers. We're going to bring in at number 21, Marcus Bond. His first batter, he'll face is Noah Cluck. Here in the bottom of the 7th. It's all to play for here in the Royals. The chance to walk it off here at home. His first of 3-game series. Cluck will take strike 1 down the pipe. Peter there. Bond slipped up on the mound after the pitch.
We've seen a little bit of everything in this one, Will. We saw a home run. We've seen some great base stealing. We've seen some small ball, aggressive base running. Just a little bit of everything. And above all, we've seen great sportsmanship and great goodwill between these two programs. And, you know, two of the stellar programs within the RBI system and within the youth academies that are spread throughout the Caribbean and throughout the continental USA.
Oh, yes. A lot of young talent that has come up the ranks and made it to the major leagues. One of those huge names you really hear that grew up in the RBI program was Manny Machado. I mean, you saw him, many years ago, of course, come up the ranks of the RBI league and then finally make his way to the majors, and he became truly an MLB legend.
Pretty much a pretty decent third baseman in his own right.
Oh, yeah. As these players get more and more experienced, surely you'll see some prospects to be come through this Urban Youth Academy facility here in Kansas City. Marcus Bond able to notch a full count strikeout. Looking on Noah Cluck there for the first out of this bottom of the 7th. And they're going to bring in Chris Padilla, who we did see in that junior division tournament for the Royals back a month ago. The RBI League Regionals tournament, where the White Sox took the double in the baseball.
And softball as well.
And softball. So they took the treble, won softball, baseball for the senior and junior division.
You know, that's just one of the best times of the year, especially for us, you know, to get a chance to come out here and see youth baseball at its best at a great facility. And, you know, the way Donnie Smith runs this park and this complex, this facility, I mean, it's second to none. It really is first class. And, you know, if you've never been to the Urban Youth Academy here, the staff is impeccable. Everyone is there for what you need, and they're here for the right reasons, which is the betterment of these kids and to get these kids the opportunity to play baseball at a tremendous facility. You can't ask for more.
As Chris Padilla will get hit by the pitch. Building off of what you said, yeah, this is one of the most respectful staffs I've seen at a youth facility. I grew up in the soccer youth programs. As I got older, I played on this very field just many years ago before it was turf.
Oh wow!
With the Kansas City Kings under Chris Evans, Coach Chris Evans, who is now the Lincoln Preparatory School baseball coach. His sons played through that high school under their father. I envy those guys being able to play under their dad for all their childhood years and then playing under him in high school. It's just, that's really special.
Yeah, no question about it. I have known Chris Evans since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
We have played on some great championship teams together, and you know, really stand-up guy. A proud Morehouse graduate, and as his sons transition into Morehouse, his oldest son, this is his last year, so that's got to be special to watch your son go to your alma mater and graduate, and they're following in his footsteps and footsteps of his dad and are alpha men, and you know, so that's going to be something to really be cherished for the Evans family.
Zay Stepa certainly making a name for himself as a social media superstar from Kansas City. And certainly he's seen on social media, he's got a lot of love for Georgia, got a lot of love for the South. He's honored to be a Morehouse man, as a great play from Paja Holt to end this game, where it stands in the 7th inning, a 5-3 victory the Rangers will take in game 1 of this series. I mean, just all around, what an athletic display. Saw some dives from the shortstops, saw an amazing home run from Dominic Harper. And just as we got to those final 3 innings, it seemed like this game was really in the balance, anyone's game.
Yeah, a great pitching duel to really start this ball game. And at the beginning, in the first half of this game, it could have been anybody's ball game, but we saw the big home run that really opened up the floodgates, and that kind of changed the whole momentum there in the was it the 6th inning, 5th inning or so, that, you know, things really started to turn around for the Rangers. But these are two teams that are really evenly matched. I mean, that's the thing that I really enjoyed about this ball game, and looking forward to over the next 2 ball games that we get to see out of these two teams that are evenly matched, going down the stretch, great pitching, clutch hitting on both sides. So it wasn't a blowout that you would think that some people want to see a lopsided ball game. No, this was a great pitcher's duel that had plenty of offense to support that great pitching.
Yes, indeed. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. for game 2 of 3 in this series between the Rangers and the Royals. Rangers take it away from home 5-3 in game 1. This has been myself, Will Washington, joined by D. Jackson for color commentary. Thank you, everyone. Hope you drive home safe if you were in attendance here. And if you were not, we hope you have a blessed night. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more baseball action this weekend. Signing off. Brought to you by Action Unlimited, Will Washington.